There is a lot people don't tell you when you first become a manager or a leader. For some people, these changes can be really unsettling and can cause you to regret being promoted at all, but only if you are not prepared or warned about these leadership truths. So in this video, I'm going to go through 3 harsh leadership truths so you know what they are, so you're warned, and you can prevent them from throwing you off course and distracting you from what you were hired to do. If you like the sound of what you're going to learn, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more content like this every week, and let's get straight into it. The first harsh leadership truth is that people will be jealous of you. Simply having the title of a manager or leader can make people jealous of you. Knowing that you earn more money than they do can make people jealous of you. Having more power as a manager or a leader can make people jealous of you. Unfortunately, jealousy comes alongside of success. So the more successful you are, the more jealous people will be of you. So this is something you're going to have to get used to. Who are these people who become jealous of you? Well, there are 3 different types. The first one is your previous peers. So people you worked with at the same level in the company, but now because you've been promoted to a leadership or management position, you are at a superior level than they are. They can be jealous of you. The second category are people who went for the same promotion as you. You got the job, you got the leadership or management position, they didn't. They can be jealous of you. It can also be your old boss. So your old boss, if they try to keep you down, if they refuse to promote you because you were so good at your job, you were the best at helping them and they wanted to keep you underneath them, but you still got promoted somehow, they can be jealous of you. So there are probably many more cases how or who could become jealous of you. And of course, these are generalizations, but unfortunately they can and they do happen in the workplace today. So it is something that you need to be mentally prepared for as you're stepping in to a management or leadership position. The reason jealousy is so bad in the workplace, especially for you as a manager or leader, is that it can cause people to start to behave in a toxic way around you. They might try to undermine you, they might try to sabotage your work, they might try to damage your professional reputation. Jealousy can make people behave in some really, really odd ways, but if you are experiencing this in the workplace, then you absolutely need to address it, especially if it's getting out of hand. If it is getting out of hand, then you will need to have an assertive conversation with the person who is jealous of you and who is creating damage for your work life. If it's jealousy on a more minor level, then just keep focused on your job. The other person will eventually get tired of being jealous of you, and perhaps through the interactions or seeing how other people in the team react with you, how they like you, how they enjoy working with you, how they love you as a leader or a manager, they might eventually start to relax and remove the jealousy that they feel and interact with you on a more balanced level. The second harsh reality about leadership is that your team can become fearful of you. You see, when you get promoted into a leadership or a management position, you get more power. Instead of being an equal to your team, you now have power over them. You will be monitoring their performance, you will be administering performance reviews, pay rises, promotions. You can hire new people into the team. You can also fire people. As a leader, you have tremendous power over the people in your team and their professional future. And they know this. As a result, they're very likely to start to change how they behave around you. How does this show up? Well, they might start to no longer discuss workplace interactions or gossip with you. They might hesitate to disagree with you. They might stop freely sharing their ideas with you for fear that they're going to be wrong or say something wrong. They might stop inviting you to group lunches. There is a lot of change in dynamics that can happen when you are promoted into a leadership position. People you were really close with before, you can start to feel very distant from them. They may distance themselves from you. This change in dynamics is happening because of the increase in power you have attained because of your leadership position. If you detect that power is becoming an issue for you in a negative way and your team are becoming fearful of you, then you definitely need to do something about it. You can't be a leader or a manager of a team and have those people scared of you. So if you do detect this in your interactions at work, then One thing I suggest you do is to try to incorporate more empathetic communication into your leadership style, basically more empathy overall in your leadership style. So when you are interacting with your team members, show that you care. Tell them that you care. Ask them questions instead of ordering them to do things. Show that you are an empathetic, open-minded leader instead of an aggressive or authoritative leader. That's definitely an old-style leadership approach that doesn't work in many workplaces today. If you want some tips on empathetic communication, basically how to be more empathetic overall as a leader, then this video up here will definitely help you out. So watch it once you have finished this one. The third harsh reality about leadership is that everything you do and say is being scrutinized. Leaders, just like every other person, will have bad days. You will have times where you will feel frustrated, where you'll feel angry, or even upset, where you just want to let out your emotions. This is completely normal. You are a human at the end of the day. Feeling those emotions is fine. That's one thing. But letting other people see those emotions, that is where problems can arise. For example, if you feel really angry 5 minutes before an important client meeting where you're trying to sign a new client and you walk into that meeting looking really angry, the other person, the client you are interacting with, detects that anger, how is it going to make you look? And what is the likelihood that client is going to want to work with you? Probably very slim. Here's another example. Let's say you're in a team meeting and someone in your team says something that isn't very intelligent, not a great idea. You don't want to roll your eyes at them or shake your head, because the only thing that's going to do is prevent them from speaking up in the future, prevent them from sharing their ideas with you in the future. So there's one thing about feeling those emotions, but sometimes you don't want to show those emotions to the people you were with, because it can damage your reputation. It can also damage the relationship you have or trying to build with that person. The thing you need to understand is that as you step into leadership, you become a lot more visible. People notice everything that you do and say. People are watching all of the time, and people talk. Offices are small, right? If you are angry before a client meeting and you lose that client because you showed your anger, people will discuss that. It will become part of your leadership reputation. And I don't think that is the kind of leadership reputation that you want to develop. So where does this leave you? At the end of the day, you're human. You're going to have feelings. You're going to want to let out those feelings in the workplace as well. How do you do that? Well, I recommend you have at least a couple, maybe a few people inside your organization, even in another organization within your industry, people you can trust. You need to have a close group of people you can go to, you can pick up the phone and talk to and complain about the things you want to complain about, or just basically let out your emotions. You can also ask those people for advice on how to deal with that particular situation. If it's something that's frustrating you or making you angry, they may have advice on how you can better deal with that in the future. So having a close group of people around you to help you, to support you, even to mentor you, is a fantastic idea as you step into leadership. The last thing you want to do is to get a reputation of being a toxic boss. When you have this reputation, people won't trust you, they won't want to work with you, you become very isolated as a leader. And word will get around the office that you are a toxic manager or a toxic leader. So if this is something that you are concerned with, or you want to make sure it just never happens, then this video right here will help you out with that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got a lot of value from it. If you did, then please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you want more videos and content like this in the future. Don't forget to download your free guide from my website, How to Become Known as a Go-To Expert. It is completely free. I'll put the link at the bottom of the screen and also in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next week with another video.